Hi everyone. So as I'm working on these projects and sometimes I get a graphical job like this where I have to make a banner image or something, I start using these techniques that I feel like maybe I could share and pass on some knowledge here of using Photoshop probably in some more advanced ways, but that give you flexibility. And the best part is they give it the asset that you're creating in Photoshop reusability and modularity for the future, so you're not sometimes stuck to a certain resolution if in the future someone requests it at a higher resolution or they want to change something. So I was working on this graphic here where we needed these stars and some text in the foreground here, and I wanted to show a neat trick that I'd been working on. I'm going to hide the background stars. So we have these large stars here, and nothing on this graphic is an image. These are all shapes and procedural noise and stuff like that. So these big orange stars, I had quite a few of them, and if you look at them, they're just layers, and they're shape objects, so they're not images, which means that's a really good way to start right there, which means they're editable, and I can go back in if we want to try something else or a request comes in for a different type of shape. So that's a good tip right there. But the one I wanted to share was using these layer styles, which for any of you that work in Photoshop, these are like where you go, you have a layer selected, you go layer, layer style, and you say, I want to drop shadow on that text, and you add it, right? It's not going to look right on my image because I have some special voodoo going on here, but that's a layer style. Now, it only applied it to that one star, but I have a whole group, and I don't want to have to go back in and edit the layer styles on each one of these individual stars. So what you do is you select all of your objects that you want to apply a layer style to and hit Control G, and it'll put them in a group. And I've already done that. I have a group here called Big Stars. It's real small text. But the neat trick is you can apply the layer style that you want to all of the objects in the group to the actual group folder. So you just select the folder this time and go layer style and apply it. And I've applied all my layer styles there. So it globally affects all of the stars. And so you have the glow, the coloring, and without it, you can see that they all turn back to their default white, right? And when I turn this layer style on, I can globally affect all of them. And that's really helpful because it allows me one master node to make an adjustment to all of these. So I can double click one part of the layer style, which is the glow, and we could increase the glow. We could do a number of different things to it, and I can change all of the stars all at the same time, which is really great. I don't have to go in and kind of edit each one of these. So that's a neat little productivity tip in Photoshop. These stars back here are not an image either. They're actually just Photoshop noise, which you can apply going filter, noise, and add noise. And then, I mean, like if I turn it off, this is what the stars look like. If I turn off my filters that I run on it, it is just monochromatic noise. And then I run a few filters on it to color them, to give them glows. And so the benefit of this is it's kind of procedural. So I could go in here and not do that. But if I go in here, I can increase and decrease the amount of stars. I can make the stars more faint. I can increase the density of stars. So I believe we have more stars there. Not sure. But anyway, that's another neat way to work. And so this is all reusable in the future when I open this back up. If I need a star background, but I want it to look a little bit different, I rely on the filters there on that. I thought I'd share these little productivity tips as I continue working, and maybe we can reference those. I'll throw them in a little playlist on my YouTube channel. We can go back and kind of check those if we ever find ourselves in need of something like this in the future. Thank you.